Thank you, Luke. Hi, everybody. I'm first going to say, I'm Peter van de Voorde. If you speak Dutch, you can pronounce my name. Everybody else, you can try. I work as developer relations at Atlassian, and I'm indeed going to talk about automation. So, first up, what is automation? Is it about robots and bots building things for you, and bots building cars, or bots running your testing, or those kind of things? Not necessarily. Automation at Atlassian, we've been doing automation for years, and it can be really small. For example, this is automation. This is a Confluence page showing JIRA tickets. But if you change the status of the JIRA ticket, or if you update the JIRA ticket, it's automatically updated on your Confluence page. That's automation for you. But automation is much more. For me, automation is about cookies. A long time ago, I used to be a solutions partner, and my very first ever presentation in an Atlassian user group was called Baking Cookies with JIRA Agile. Actually, it was called JIRA Greenhopper at the time, but still, long time ago. And in it, I was showing off that you could create an issue type called cookie, and if you said, I want to create a new cookie, I would automatically create a subtask listing all the ingredients you needed for 24 cookies. Then I would drag it to, I want to prepare my cookies. I would automatically create a subtask giving me all the information I needed to prepare my cookies. Then I would put them in the status in the oven, and 10 minutes later, it would automatically move forward to the status done and send me a text message like, your cookies are done. Get them out of the oven now. All of that automation was possible thanks to an app in our marketplace, namely the Adaptavist ScriptRunner one. This is the one everybody starts thinking about when you think about automation that's not inherent to JIRA and Confluence. There are more. I'm going to touch on a few of them after this one. But Adaptavist, the ScriptRunner one, has things like script listeners, which can automatically create subtasks, which I was using for baking my cookies. So you create your issue. Here it's a bug instead of a cookie, but OK. And then in the end, you get your automated subtask creation. Another one is automation for JIRA. So we have lots of apps in the marketplace. Not going to show all of them, but a couple of the coolest ones. Automation for JIRA gives you an enormous amount of rules you can use. One of them, which is my personal favorite, is actually synchronizing parents and subtasks and automatically transitioning them. It's easy, it's fun, but it can offer you lots and lots of possibilities. Next one, elevator for JIRA, sorry. This one, the one cool thing I like about this one is smart issue assignment for teams in JSD. It takes into account time zones, where your team is located or your teams are located. It takes into account like how many issues are already assigned to this person, and it automates this for you. Really cool stuff. And there are plenty more of them. But could you have done that manually? Sure, why not? If you have the time, why not? Go for it. Spend your days assigning tickets to people based on like a printed out schedule of who's awake right now, those kind of things. Why not? But for me, that's not like what I want to do with my life. And I think automation, used correctly, can give you superhuman powers. You can do way more things in little. It turns you into maybe like somebody like Spider-Man. But remember what Uncle Ben told Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. And now you see where I got my title from. It's true, because automation can kill you if you don't watch out. Literally, kill you. Building powerful automation needs to be done responsibly, or we get things like Skynet. Just an example. Luckily, this was on a dev instance. I was building a Connect add-on that was going to convert tweets into tickets. Like, I wanted to follow up a certain hashtag. I wanted to create tickets for every single tweet so I could respond to those. And then I was just like, oh, let's test this out with the Rio 2016 tag during the Olympics. I DDoSed my own instance in less than a second. And when it finally came back up, I had 15,000 issues created in 2 seconds. Yay! Not good. Luckily, this was not a production instance, but still, be responsible. So, when does automation actually help you? It can help you when you're a single-person company, but it truly helps when you start facing the challenges that scaling has. The first challenge in scaling your company and your business is finding the right people. People are important, but you can't grow your business on people alone. Like, these people are trying to build something on people alone. Well, you might have seen the result of these kind of things. It's really cool to see, but it's really dangerous to do. So you need processes. As your company grows, you need to start using processes. And those processes can grow with you, but they help you. They help you to keep everybody moving fast, like a bullet train. Everybody, that's the direction we're going. But those processes can take time. So you want to have tools that support your processes. So those tools and those processes can support your people who can actually start building and scaling your business. And that's where automation is really going to help you out. Because with your process in place, your tools can start following, and you bring those tools and their processes together. And you start automating those processes using their tools, and you achieve automation then. You can rest assured that everything's wonderful. You can sit down and let everything move forward, and you don't have to do anything anymore. No, well, that's not true, but still. Automations then can really help you. You know everything's working well. It's helping your teams. Your teams don't have to do repetitive tasks anymore. They can actually focus on building your business, on scaling your business. But just a few tips. Testing builds confidence. You're building scripts, you're building add-ons, you're using rules, those kind of things. You can test them in production. Is anybody here likes to test things in production? Wonderful. He really likes taking risks. No, get testing environments. For our products, you can get both, like if you have on-premises server instances, you can get developer license, so you can actually have a second instance running with a developer license where you can test your automation on. If you're in the cloud, you can get a cloud developer environment, which is limited to a number of users, but it's a full environment where you, once again, can start testing out all of your automation. And there are certain testing frameworks available. For example, if you use ScriptRunner, inside of ScriptRunner, you can automate the tests of your automation. It's like meta automation. Next one, educate and document. It's really cool that you have lots of automation happening, but if nobody knows about it, or if nobody knows it's actually automation, it's like something extra, you might run into problems. Expectations, those kinds. People would expect that if they set up a new JIRA project, all of these things happen automatically. Not necessarily. So educate your users about automation, about what automation can do for them, about what automation is already doing for them. And document this. Use Confluence to document your automation and keep your documentation up to date. Or if you use scripts, put them in Bitbucket. Version them. And once again, keep your documentation up to date. Because you need to think about the babies. You need to think about the future. But someday this baby is going to grow up, become a programmer, and they might be the maintainer of your scripts, of your rules. So inform them. Why are you doing these things? What's necessary for these scripts or these rules or this automation to actually work? And give them ideas about the future. Which enhancements can they make? What can they do? What are your big goals with automation? In the end, it's actually you want to automate everything so you can all go, walk out, get your paycheck, and do nothing. That's the end goal. Be prepared for failure. Who knows this bridge? It's a famous example of engineering failure. It was a wonderful bridge, really strong. They forgot one thing: the wind. This bridge was just killed by a little bit of wind. And the thing is, they tested lots of things, but still, it failed. This is going to happen to you too if you do automation. You might make assumptions. And those assumptions can be right now, but they might not be right anymore in a year. So make sure that if you make assumptions, to check those assumptions. Have a backup plan. What are you going to do when something fails? What are you going to do when you kill your instance? How are you going to fix those things? Like build a new bridge, those kind of things. And fail. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure doesn't mean the game is over. It means you can try again with more experience. Or like how I used to say it, failure doesn't exist. It's a lesson you haven't learned yet. If you don't try, you cannot fail. But it's boring not to try. So just go ahead, try, learn from failure. So, where to next? I only have 15 minutes, I have 4 minutes left, so I have to be really quick about this. Marketplace. Check out our marketplace. Go find apps that can help you with automating your tasks, your processes, that can help you support your users, your teams, to build your business better. And if that's not enough, check out our developer docs, check out our developer communication, and build your own automation. You can use our REST APIs, you can use a Connect framework, you can build a P2 plugin for server. There are amazing things you can do that can help support your teams and help build your business using automation. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Are there any questions?